What's up? Today we're going to be talking about why it's important to pay attention to what you listen to and what you watch. I mean, listen to and watch. There we go. Here we go. We know that what we focus on, listen to, watch, and the people we're around ultimately has an effect on our lives and sinks in whether we know it or not subconsciously. Have you ever been around family members or a group of friends for a prolonged period of time, and the more time you spent with them, you started picking up on the words or the phrases that they use on a daily basis? That same thing happens with the television that we watch, the music that we listen to, the playlist that we listen to, and all of our surroundings. Everything around us subconsciously we're picking up on, and it's taking an effect on our lives. Let's start with television. Be careful what you watch on television. Not only the television shows, but for example, I do not watch local news. Local news is 95% negative and probably about 5% positive. So for 95% of the show, they talk about what's bad about your city, what's bad about the country, and then the 5% they talk about, here's what's happening in your community. So you couldn't spend at least 80% or 90% on what's good and then 5% on what's bad. See, that's why I don't watch local news, because it's mostly negative information. News sensationalizes a lot of negative things instead of focusing on a lot of the great things that happen with the world. So pay attention to what shows you're watching. It's all right to watch certain television shows that, might give you a little bit of comedy or might keep you awake, but it's important that you're not watching a majority of those shows every single day of the week. Just be careful. The next thing is your vehicle. What are you listening to? Meaning the radio, music. Did you know that we spend an average of 4.3 years of our life in a car? So that is the equivalent of a college education that you could either use positively or waste. So what are some options? Create a playlist instead of listening to the radio. A playlist allows you to be able to play positive music or play music that might not be too bad. Now, we can all have our days. Now, for example, I like listening to certain music. I like being up on music that's popular. But that music isn't what I'm listening to all the time. It's okay to listen to certain things during certain periods, but be careful that you're not listening to things every single day. Use that time to listen to audiobooks. So audible.com provides audiobooks. You get a subscription for a certain amount a month, and maybe one day a week you can listen to something positive or listen to something educational. Podcasts are also, if you're not up on podcasts, you're being left behind. Podcasts, there are different podcasts on whatever you want to listen to, no matter what genre, no matter what industry you're in. There's somebody who's talking about good educational information that's interesting on a daily basis. Most of what I know, I say, has come from books. And I believe that if we all focus on, educational, focus on positive stuff more often, it really makes a huge difference. So don't waste 4.3 years of your life in a car listening to only music. Use that time to do other things also. So my challenge to you is, this upcoming week, be critical and listen and think about if the stuff you're listening to on the radio or watching on television, is it more positive or negative? Is it adding to your life or subtracting? Now, start small. You don't have to 1 week just go without it altogether. Like, maybe pick one day where you choose to listen to something educational or positive. Or maybe just sit in silence for one day. I think a lot of people just have a problem with sitting with themselves in silence, but that's a whole nother video. But all in all, be careful to what we listen to, y'all. Focus on the positive and enjoy the rest of your week. Follow me on @BellamyInspires. Feel free to subscribe if you're on YouTube in this corner right here. And as always, I'll meet you at the top, because the bottom is getting way too crowded, y'all. Peace. Yeah.